Hello there viewers, welcome back to Thames FC. First things first, let me take you back a little bit. Let's go back to the 9th of January. We're currently in the 14th and we've played 14 matches since we last met. But let's focus first on a job offer that has come our way. Walsall offered us it. Obviously we rejected it because that would ruin the series pretty much entirely. But yeah, worth noting, Walsall 6th in League 2 and they've offered little on me a job. So to say I'm climbing the ladder amongst football fans globally is understandable. 6th position in League 2. League 2. We're not... I mean, if it was a journeyman would go, you'd also think it was entirely unrealistic, so thank God it's not happened. But now let's look then at these 14 fixtures since we last met. If we scroll down a little bit, the last game you played, of course, you remember it, it was the Dagenham and Redbridge game, then a 1-1 draw with Tunbridge. Actually, in which case 13 games, because the Tunbridge game was game number 1. And it's been an indifferent time, really. Quite a few wins on there for us. An FA Trophy winner. We're playing the second round of that proper today. It was a qualification, and then we got through against Wingate and Finchley, who conversely we just lost 4-2 to in the league. But you can see there a few wins, a few defeats. Harrow and Hendon got the best of us, and that's pretty much back to back. You'll see there, though, Michael Smith, goal scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, was on the score sheet, looking really good for us. He's actually got an injury, so won't feature in today's matches. And Liam Danan also, in the last few games, has sort of come in since Smith's injury. Danan's been scoring goals as well. In the last 6, he's got 5 goals, so he's looking pretty good as well. And we're going to play Macclesfield today, who, if you've watched football in the past, you'll know we're a League 2 side for quite a long time, so got a bit of pedigree. They've dropped down to the Vanarama National. I think it might even be like the North now. Yeah, 13th in the North. Not playing particularly well for them, and they've fallen down since this save began. So it might be a team we can do something against. And the other game today is going to be against Thetford, away at Thetford. They've got a lovely forest in Thetford. I'm relatively local to it. And of course, you remember we missed that game. We played the Wingate and Finchley one after some transfers, and then the game that followed it was a 6-5. If it's anything like that today, there's going to be all sorts of drama. So looking forward to it. Let's kick things off though against Macclesfield and run you through the team. So this is the team we're going to try out today, and Macclesfield the first opposition. So it's going to be a toughie. You'll notice that Tabwin is playing at right back. First things first. Cameron Campbell is suspended, got himself sent off, so that was smart of him. Michael Smith, as I mentioned before, is out with an injury, and this is how the team will look then. Taylor in goal, Tabwin, Heath, Heaven and Connolly across the back line, and they've got Hallahan and Squires in the middle, who seem to be the best of the midfield options we've got so far. Gillette's going to be on that left-hand side, of course. Clark Slocum on the other side, and now up front is where it's getting a little bit tricky. Danan's going to put up front in that advanced forward role, and just behind him, we're going to play Graham Nolan, on loan from Norwich, you might remember, and so far he's done okay this season, 7.46, and in recent games has got himself an assist and a goal. Hopefully he can continue that streak today. I've not selected him in a few games because we've been playing with 2 strikers. We've been mixing and matching a little bit, and actually results did pay off. It's been the last couple of games where it's been a little bit more tricky. So here we are then. It's Mansfield. Is it Mansfield? It's Macclesfield. Well, shout out to, I bet that happens all the time to fans of those clubs, but they hate it. And I'm just feeding into that. I'm just making it worse. Sorry, Mansfield fans and Macclesfield fans and fans of all clubs that have been offended by my comments in series. They're playing a 4-4-2. It's pretty basic. Team talk's gone well. Oh, I was playing on a very long pitch before, so this is what this looked like. Let's oh, look at that. That's high tech, isn't it? Right, it's going to be a corner to be played in by them. They're wearing the red on this occasion. Out to Arthur. I think that would have been quite a way to introduce yourself to the game, Arthur, wouldn't it? Arthur, lovely Arthur. It's an Arsenal reference if you saw the series. Still, it's Bertha, isn't it? We went through this all the time. They're not looking the fittest out there. I mean, their front 6, or whatever it is, front 5, are depleting rapidly, whereas we're looking all right. We've had some good results against some big sides this season. Nuneaton, of course, the standout one. And, we nearly pipped Dagenham in a way. In a way. And we're on the ball now. First highlight, really, for us in this game. Is he going off? It's the second yellow card for Jack Connolly's gone. 10 men. Right. Now, things have hotted up a little bit, or heated up, which is the correct term. So at half-time, it's going to be Thames 0, Macclesfield 0, but 11 to us, 10 to them. So we're winning on that one. Right, well, here we go. Our Connolly's got a booking as well, so we're going to have to be careful. I'm going to say we've been the better team here. They like that. They seem motivated. I wonder how many people have turned up for this game. I always forget how I can check. I think I have to do it in the next screen when there's no highlights. Oh, flipping it. Corner to them. Played in. O'Neill to McNeil. I mean, they've got all the Neils. Baby Neil from Gavin and Stacey. Neil from the In-Betweeners. They're all there. Neil Buchanan from Art Attack. Oh, my. Starting to wish I was there, really. In terms of attendance, it's not big. We've got 100 there. They've got 62. So And it's hailing, so that might be why. I mean, we know our fans don't like the cold weather, to be fair. Time has really ticked away here. There's about 15 minutes to go, and I'm wondering if we should make some sort of change. We've got Honesty out there. Harry Honesty, he might come in and do a job. Brendan Howard maybe in the centre to play make. I mean, we'll make that switch actually in the central areas. And do we go for 2 up top, or do we just bring on Honesty? He's got a lot of pace about him. Let's get him out there as a poacher, see how he does. Give him a chance, Ben. Give him a chance, mate. There's also a highlight going on. I don't know if this is related, or if this is just because they knew I was making some sort of change. As Gillette finds Slocum on this side, ball across could be dangerous. Oh, it doesn't quite come to anything, and maybe even a chance for Macclesfield as they go back to Hales. The ball forward to Arthur's good, and Arthur's in on goal. 50 minutes to go. Could they make the difference? He can. Arthur strikes, and Macclesfield, the 10 men of Macclesfield, take the lead. They've been dog awful as well. Kobe Arthur with it. We're definitely going to make the changes. They're down to 10 here. We should go attacking. So throw in deep in their half. Hallahan's on it. Can he put the perfect delivery? I mean, he plays it out to Gillette, who's got a difficult position. He's not really going to be able to do anything from there. Has to go back to Connolly. Does get it back, though, and now finds Howard in a bit of space. Can we create something? Howard's on there to create. Can he do so? Gillette, ball into the back post. Slocum, and it's not gone in the goal, and Kirkham does very well. Against 10 men. Should we have piled on more pressure here? I'm going to shout at them to get creative and do a little bit more. Andy Douglas in the centre for Hallahan maybe. It's a slightly different role. We'll put him in a ball in the support. We'll just freshen up things in the middle. 5 minutes to go. Come on. Is there going to be a bit of a last gasp moment for us? The FA Trophy, not a tournament I had my eyes on really, but when you get Macclesfield, you sit up and notice. 4 minutes to go. I mean, this is over, isn't it? I mean, what do you even do at this point? Put Nolan up front? He hates it. He hates it. I mean, we'll move Gillette forward and make it all a bit more centralised, but... very underwhelming half of football. I mean, when they got the Reds, I thought this was going to be all us, but no. And there it is. Thames 0, Macclesfield 1. Thrilling. Pissing heck. That is annoying, to be fair. The assistants done the team talk. They bloody love it. Let me go in there and make it even better. Very happy with the performance. They look fired up. He's loving it. Tell the mid... Oh, look at... Everyone's extreme. We've lost 1-0. They're extremely delighted. How can you be... I always wonder this. The use of extremely on Football Manager is fascinating. Because when I'm delighted, I'm just delighted. But I'm popping party poppers. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going mental. What else would I do to be extremely delighted? And imagine if you've paid for a ticket and you see the players come out the ground afterwards. I don't how much are tickets generally? I forget. So it's £9 a ticket, right? You've paid your £9. You walk out of the ground. Is that Hallahan? Why is he fist pumping? We're out of the bloody FA Trophy. £110 on a season ticket. That'll be extra as well because they've paid for a cup game. You walk out your ground. You're talking to your son maybe. Oh, have you just broke your phone, son? Yeah, I think I have actually, by the looks of things. We'll get that repaired, shall we? Yeah, let's. It's weird though because it was charged and nothing was moving. So how's it? I don't know. Bloody hell, that could have gone badly. Oh, and to make matters worse, there's Liam Denan. He's high-fiving Graham Nolan. What? We've lost 1-0. Disaster. Extremely delighted. Move on. Thetford to come. They're top of the league, so... Don't say I pick the easy ones, all right? Never judge me on that. Thames will certainly look back at some great wins along the way, and perhaps the most notable was a 2-1 triumph over Sutton Coldfield. Their 2-1 victory over Wingate. They were the only 2 wins we had in that tournament. So when they say look back along the... I'm feeling a little bit patronised by today's events, everything involved. Thetford, come on, lovely Thetford. Lovely Forest in Thetford. They've got centre parks as well. Went this year, actually. Yeah, it was good. It was cold, but it was good. It was January. So I don't know why we went in January, really. But we all had fun, and that was the main thing. Wonder if there'll be any news coming up throughout the week. So exciting. I mean, let's see what we get. Sometimes you go through a week and it's not that interesting, but I've got a funny feeling today we might see something pretty special. So I mean, it's not happened yet. We're at Tuesday, so you all right? Everything been going good with you? Some games there. FA Trophy games, replays. We're not in those because cocked it up. Thetford weren't even in it, by the way. They were knocked out, if you're wondering. I'm like rolling news. This is shit, isn't it? And you've seen this an hour ago. That's the worst part. It just repeats almost. Rolling 24-hour news coverage is something I absolutely hate. Just realised what Thames Telly is. Probably should leave it. And when you look at the model for Thames Telly, it's on once a day, actually. It's not 24 hours at all. It's on once a day for 10 minutes. It's not sustainable to be hiring people for a full day's work. No wonder our debt is 544. I mean, every time I look at it, I feel a bit sick. I mean, will we hit the million? Will we hit it? I've said this before about the budgets, about the finances. I treat it a little bit like a totaliser for Blue Peter. You know, when they used to raise money for water and things like that. Like, I feel like We're not raising money, though. We're just losing it constantly. Can we hit the million? Can we hit the million? I mean, not a question I should be asking, really. I promised some exciting news. Turns out it was a lie. I mean, Michael Smith resumes full training. That's news, sort of, innit? You wouldn't put it on the back page, but it'd be on sort of the third from the inside copy. Smith resumes full training, it would probably say. This fictional paper that I've created. I am rambling today, viewers. I don't know, it's just occurred to me. For some reason, ordinarily, I cut this bit out. This 7-day period between game to game, I just go, welcome back, viewers, when you've not gone anywhere. And today, all I've done is waffle. So, if you enjoyed the waffle, fantastic. We had waffle at Centre Parks. So, Thetford away, we are in 8th position. Let's take a look at the league table then. Things are getting a little bit interesting. We're quite closely congested still. All the way down to 11th, I would say. Up to maybe Folkestone, who I've got 52 points in 4th position. Win today, and we'll be right in that conversation. I lost today against Spy Rides and Reed, and we could have a Spy Rides. Hello? It's Greek. It's fantastic. Spy Rides. Oh, I want to sign him. Can we? No, we can't. Of course we can't. We've got no money. Right, last time we played them, it was 6-5. I might risk Michael Smith today and drop Nolan out. I think this partnership of Smith and Denan, I showed you at the start, right? They've been scoring goals for fun. We're going to drop Clark Slocum back just a little bit and see how we do. I think this midfield though is probably what we want. Actually, I'm going to get Squires into his automatic central midfield role. He loves it in there. Fitness wise, we seem okay. Apart from Smith, who's struggling, Graham Nolan we should probably put on the bench instead of Andy Douglas, who rarely plays. He was kicking off recently as well, saying he wants to play. I declined it. Okay, Smith is back at they're playing 3 strikers. Okay. Actually, they're top brass. I don't think he's even playing. Reed, this is. Bradley Reed. I mean, he's got 27 and 14 assists. He's not even starting against me. I am insulted. They've had no FA Trophy. They've had a whole week off. And they're not even playing their big man. Which, okay, well, they'll pay for that. All right, it's a square pitch. Oh, for God's sake. Well, it's a square pitch, so all rules are out the window. Away at Thetford. Away at Mundford Road. And there's drizzle. That's the weather report. I am just talking utter bollocks today. What is going on? Save this for the extra episodes, Ben. For God's sake. They've got a throw, though. Spy Rides and Turner combined. Turner puts it in, and Taylor claims, which is quite good. Is that going to be the end of the highlight, though? Is that cross the highlight we're getting? Or is there going to be more to this? As Taylor will look for Smith, I hope. And he does. Smith's header is not even by him as Tipping finds his way through, bashes it into the back of the net. Bashes it is a strange description. Josh Tipping though with it, and Thetford take an early lead. How do you approach a game like this? I guess we'll fight fire with fire. Actually, that's what we're going to do. Record played it forward. Johnson sort of tips it into Tipping. Be more imaginative, Ben. Use your head, mate. We've started bringing flags to games. What's all this? Right, 1-0 down. The travelling away support have come with their flag. Hopefully it's not a Benji out banner. That would be offensive. Heaven, though. Free kick. Finds Clark Slocum on this side. He's got an option out here as well. Tabben pushes forward. Finds Clark Slocum. Ball across, perhaps. Referee, penalty. No, it doesn't count. Tabben. Ball to the back post. Gillette's there. He's tackled. It finds... Oh, they're going to attack. Is this some sort of sick joke? Oh, come off it. Now, Garrett's in on goal. Plays it across. Connolly heads clear. Squires knocks it on. Into Smith. Denan. It's backwards and forwards, folks. Denan now races forward with it. If he can find one of his friends, he can't. Cut out. And now again, they've got an opportunity. This 3-pronged attack, by the way, is absolutely terrifying. Spy Rides goes through, scores, bollocks, hate everything. They've got 3 strikers up front. How can I compete with that? I'll tell you how. We're going to make very vast changes. We're going to do the same thing. They think they can come here with their fancy 3-striker formations and think, I don't know it's overpowered on this game. Well, I'll start using it then, you little mugs. I know it's overpowered. I've not researched to what degree, but this might be it. Taylor, it might shoot from there. Chips it forward. And are we going to get on this? No, it's actually going to be a chance to them, perhaps, as Tabben launches it over the top. How are we possibly onside there? Smith goes forward. Oh, it's cleared. It's saved and cleared. Shouldn't have rushed Smith back now. I regret all my decisions. We're playing top of the league. We should have just left it. Squires, though, bombs on. Ball into the middle. Denan's there. Oh, he's hit it over. Of course he has. We've had 2 clear-cut chances in this game. Do you know how many Thetford have had? No, I don't know. Actually, I didn't look. I think it was 1. Yeah, they've had 1 clear-cut chance. We've had 2, and they're 2-1 up. No, they're not, Ben. They're 2-0 up. Team Talk assertively say, I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened last time, the 6-5. They referenced it. Let's go for it. There we go. I mean, the defence seem up for it. Shame they weren't in the first game when they conceded 6. This will put us in 9th position, 5 points off Hendon, who you might recall beat us, actually, so that is a bit of a problem. And, yeah, not ideal circumstances for us at Thames. There's a lot of concern in the comments section, saying that you don't think I'll get promoted soon. What gives you that idea? Is it the performances? Okay, fair. It's headed clear. It's a Smith who... We're not doing that in training, so I don't know where that's come from. Now, Tabben's cut it out. He's played it forward over to Danan, who's had a chance this game and not scored. And there's another example. Fantastic. Creating quite the portfolio is Liam Danan as it's whipped in. Danan again. Howard, corner. I wish corners meant you actually had like a slim chance. We've had 3 clear-cut chances, no goals. Howard to Danan. Oh, he's at the post. Flipping sake. Half an hour to go here, and another chance. Hallahan now puts it in towards the back post. Are we going to have a chance? Hallahan, there we go. 2-1. Thames back in it. The 6-5 is on in our favour. I mean, it's always going to be on it's going to be on until 90 minutes because of how many goals would be required, and the possibilities are endless. Hallahan puts it in, though, and actually he becomes the goal scorer, which is quite funny. Reacts first to his own free kick and then powers it past the goalkeeper. 2-1. Half an hour to go. We're going to try and keep the pressure on, but here come Thetford once again, which is not what we want to see. Danan, though, great little bit of challenge from him, and now Peel gives it off to Smith, and now Smith drives forward, plays it across to Danan, the header down, doesn't find anyone, and this is where we're in all sorts of danger. Spy Rides is on it again. Spy Rides sounds like a ride which you're being secretly filmed on, which I don't really like the idea of. Garrett goes through, hits the bar, angles. That's physics there, viewers. 3 games, I think it's been like that now. Sports Interactive, fix your crossbars. Hallahan, Squires. Oh, it could have been a goal. I'm in a funny old mood today. What's wrong with me? Reckford, free kick. Don't even know what the rules are again. It's wide. 22 minutes. We've come into this. You've got to say, we have come into this game. The ball's launched forward. Seconds. Oh, well, it falls to us eventually. Hallahan and Tabben just collide there. Like Dodgems. You probably have to cut out the swear, Ben, or at least bleep it. I mean, Spy Rides again. Right side. Gives it to Turner. Turner into Johnson. And they're keeping it quite casual at the back here. But if we win this back, we might be in. Spy Rides puts it to the back post. Fantastic. That's not us getting it back and scoring, is it? 40% of the possession. 63% passes completed. Let's get that up. Retain possession, shorter passing. Don't give it into space. Just do that. Lovely old job. I'm playing my own little game now of raise that a little bit. There's a corner to us, actually. Hallahan's going to put it in. It's cleared out to Danan, who we know is lethal from that range. Oh, he gives it... He just gives it away. Garrett goes forward. A tackle comes in. Well, that was fantastic from Liam Danan, who now flicks it on for Peel, who's got a chance to make it 2. Oh, what are we doing? 5 clear-cut chances, 4 half chances. Oh, you know, it's not your tactic. You're just unlucky, Ben. Says nobody in the comments ever. It's me being tactically inept. We've had 9 chances, 5 of which have been clear. Garrett's going off. I mean, is he going to... I mean, they were very close together. They've merged into one human. Danan, edge of the box to Smith. Oh, come on. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to be heroes. Throw into Thetford again. Reed. They've brought him on as well. Like they needed it. Ridiculous. As they're very casual on the ball. Heath heads it forward. It falls to Morris now, who's... I mean, again, they're looking very calm. Reed, who's been very good this season... I don't even know how that's just happened. That just looked entirely unrealistic. 6 points is going to be the gap up to 5th, and the playoffs. I think the playoffs are still achievable. Don't get me wrong, but as you've seen from recent fixtures, either we win, lose, or draw. What is that as a comment for a Football Manager YouTube? We could be win, lose, or draw. All right, I wasn't going to reveal this, viewers. All right, but it's 4:30 in the morning. I've lost the plot. This is the joys of moving out and living in your own space. I can record whenever I want. Sadly, it means you get the 4:30 in the morning version of me, and he's an idiot. Bloody hell. Ridiculous on every level. I can't fault your performance. I can't fault your effort. F*** off. End the team talk. Leave the match. Furious. I mean, this is the episode I chose to bring you. Macclesfield, who are pretty good. Thetford, who are first. And we lose both. We had almost 10 really good chances in that game. Not a sausage. 1 goal, actually. 1 sausage. Whereas Thetford, they're having a barbecue. Hot dogs for everyone. Not fair. I can make an entire T-shirt from quotes of today's episode, I feel like. I've just said, what was your favourite sentence from today? Leave it in the comments section. And there we are. Lovely. If we get one which gets a lot of thumbs up, if you have a comment or a phrase I used today, I might make it into a T-shirt just to have, like, what a sausage. Probably not that, but whatever you want. I think my favourite one, looking back, is we either win, lose or draw. Like, that's analysis. If you enjoyed today's video, do drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to bed. I mean, it's ridiculous because you're watching this at 5 o'clock, most people are. With love, with care. If you want to spend your day, it's time. Goodbye. Oh, idiot boy. I've just watched that back on the afternoon in which you watch these videos. I can only apologise, really.